अपमित्यम अप्रतीतम यदस्मि यमस्य येन भलिना चरामि इदं तदग्ने अनृणो भवामि त्वं पाशान् विचृतं वेत्त सर्वान्. Atharvaveda 6th Kand 117th Sukta, mantra number 1. This sukta is very very important for all of us. It has only 3 mantras. This kind of mantras we must try to remember the bhavana, remember the bhavarth on a daily basis. Very very important. The more and more we listen to the Vedic knowledge on a daily basis, the more conscious we will become and more aware we will become on what is the reason I have taken birth. And one of the reason I have taken birth here is my parents, for sure. If my parents are not there, then I would have not taken birth in this body at least. Of course, the Jivatma will take birth anyways. So the reason I am existing as I am today is my parents, and the reason I am existing knowledgeable as I am today is our Acharya. Without Acharya, nobody can attain any knowledge. Whatever knowledge anybody possesses in this world is due to Acharya only, whether it is Bhautik knowledge or it is spiritual knowledge. Even the person who is not in Vedic path, he has some knowledge of Puranas or another books. Like somebody is having so much of knowledge on Quran, somebody is having so much of knowledge on Bible, somebody is having so much of knowledge on the Buddhist philosophy. All these things are because of their own acharyas. They have read through their acharyas or their teachers, etc. I have the knowledge of mathematics because I have learned it from my maths teacher, like that. So we must understand that we are here and we are possessing some skills and capabilities due to our parents, our acharyas, our elders in our home, etc. So this mantra says that you must return back the debt in your head. Of course, I have made several videos on this Yajnopavita mantra, where we have the Yajnopavita which has 3 threads, speaks about the 3 debts in our head. And similar, this mantra also is giving very similar knowledge, speaking about the debt on our head. And how is this debt? This debt is called as Rina in Sanskrit. Rin. हमारे ऊपर इतना बड़ा ऋण है. The mantra says Yena Bhalina. It's like 100,000 tons of weight in your head. Yena Bhalina. Atyant Bhalwan hai. And also the word used by Paramatma in this mantra is Apamittam. Apaman ka hetu. If we are not able to return back the debt in our head, apaman ka hetu banta hai. Apaman ka hetu means it is the reason for your bandhan, it is the reason for your continuous birth and death again and again. See, avidya is the mool karan, but we must understand avidya has got so much of branches. One of the branches is not able to recognize the debt on our head. That is also avidya. I am unable to understand what is the debt on my head. And here Paramatma says, Yen Bhalina, this rin in your head is so much powerful. It grips you so tightly, you are unable to return your rin. It grips you so tightly. The moment we start return our debt to our parents, the moment we start return back to our Acharya by our service, money is not needed. Parents don't need money. Parents, Acharya don't need money. Whatever they need, we must be able to return it back. Even the most poorest person can do it. Even the most richest person may not be able to do it. So it's not about money at all. So this mantra is very very important for us to remember on a daily basis, that I am here to return back my Yen Bhalina, the most powerful debt on my head. I am here to return back it. We are all connected with each other. We are directly, indirectly connected with this universe. And we are here by the grace of Paramatma. We never give back anything to Paramatma. Of course, Paramatma does not need anything from us. But what is that we have to give back to Paramatma? Our thanks. Our remembrance, we must remember Paramatma. If we are unable to remember Paramatma and give him thanks, then this balina, this सर पे इतना बड़ा भारी दुख होता है. We will be always in dukh, whether you become Elon Musk or Bill Gates or Ambani or Adani or whoever it may be, you will always be in dukh. We all are in dukh only, because we are unable to return back the debt in our head to our parents, to our well-wishers, to our, pitras. Pitras does not mean, in this context, Pitra does not mean person who is dead. Pitra means alive Mata Pita, alive Acharyas, alive elders in our house, whom, like, some people, they do not have parents after they taking birth. Like my Acharya used to always say that I took birth in 11 months, my mother passed away. So whoever brought me up, I was serving her throughout my life. Until her last breath, I was serving her, my Acharya used to say. And when in the deathbed, she called me and she told that you are my real son. There is no other real son for me. You are my real son. And my Acharya always says, because of her Ashirvad, I became Samadhistha Purush. So I used to serve the person who brought me like my own mother. And my Acharya used to say, see, my father used to work in army. If I am not able to get up at 4 a.m. in the morning, my father used to beat me with his boots. He used to give me a tight, kick with his boots at 4 o'clock if I am not getting up. So, but I am always thankful to my father that from the young age of 5 years, 6 years, I had the habit of getting up before 4 o'clock. So later on, that helped me in tapasya, that helped me to capitalize the Brahma Muhurat. So I am always thankful to my father. Although he beat me, he was so strict to me, I am thankful to him. Because of him, I got discipline in my life. So see how an Acharya looks, the perspective. And my Acharya always says, until my father's last breath, I was serving him. He was so strict to me, but still I was always serving him. And everybody recognized my service bhavana. Whoever I met so many Acharyas who are not yogis, who are not in real Vedic path. I met so many Acharyas. I served all of them because I didn't have Vedic knowledge. So I served them. The moment I understood that these people are not real Acharyas, then I left them. And one Acharya, my Acharya used to say that one Acharya, whom I was serving him for so many years, when I realized that this person is not a right person, he is cheating others, when I realized and recognized and I found out, I left him without telling. After some time, he missed me so much, he sent his people, he sent all his disciples to my house to search and bring me back. I said, sorry, I'm not with him anymore. I'm in search of Brahma Vidya. I'm not going to serve this kind of acharyas. So see, with the service, we can pay back our rent. That's what mantra says. Otherwise, what happens is apamityam. There is apaman in our head. There is insult in our head. We are burdened so much, and this burden, this insult, this debt in our head is our pashan. Pashan means bandhan. Bandhan ka karana. So Paramatma says, see, the mantra is very, very beautiful mantra. I just try to give you a context of this mantra. Mantra says, Yamasya apratitam. Yamasya apratitam. Yamasya matlab niyam ko karne wala, rinadata. Whoever makes the rules in this universe, we have taken birth. There are certain rules and regulations as a human being which we cannot surpass. For example, as a human being, we cannot escape the laws of gravity. Generally, of course, with specific instruments, we can go to the outer space. That's a different case. But generally, there are certain rules and regulations which we are bound with in this universe. Similarly, there are certain rules and regulations each and every human being is born with. And that's what here Paramatma says, Yamasya apratitam. You are born with your rin in your head. The moment you took birth, you are indebted to your parents. Either, some people ask me that my mother is not good, my father is not good, my father beats my mother, my father is in nasha karte hain, he behaves badly with the family, I don't like my father. Many people have this, questions in my channel. My Acharya always says that, okay, If your father is a very bad person, mentally you can त्याग कर सकते हैं, you can separate from him on a mental basis, but physically you cannot leave him. At the old age he will require you, he will be in need of you, and because he is your father, you must not insult him. You do not have any rights to insult him. Yeah, you can ignore him mentally, but physically you must serve him. Even if at the older age, you must serve your father, you must serve your parents. That's what Paramatma says. Understand. And most of us see 95, 97, 98% of our parents are very nice people. They are not in that category. Some of the parents, they are in that category. I'm just taking the normal curve. I always speak about the normal distribution. 90% parents are good. They have their different characters. For some of us, we have very good parents, understanding parents. Some of them parents are very strict. For example, my Acharya's parent, like his father, very, very strict, very, very disciplined. He cannot deviate and he does not compromise. So in that case also, we must adjust to our parents. So here Paramatma says, नियम करने वाले परमात्मा ने नियम किया है. There are certain rules and regulations, and one of the rule is to pay back to your parents, pay back to your acharyas. And apratitam, without paying this back, without paying your debt back to your parents and acharyas and teachers and elders in your family, apamityam, you have a big rock in your head, and that rock is a rock of insult. Apaman ke hetu, this rin in your head is like a apaman. Apaman ka hetu rin. This debt in our head is the reason for our continuous birth and death, is the reason for our unhappiness, is the reason for all the problems in our life. So we must try to find ways to return the favor what they have given. We cannot fully return it also. My Acharya always says, a disciple comes to me, he takes Diksha from the Acharya, he returns back 10 crore rupees, for example. He gives seva to Acharya. He is a crorepati, multi-billionaire. He gives 10 crore rupees check. This 10 crore rupees is nothing in front of that Diksha. This 10 crore rupees is nothing in front of one ahutis in the yajna. Money cannot buy the ahutis. Money cannot buy the Diksha value. But still, if you have samarthya, do service to Acharya. Acharya does not need your money. So that's why my Acharya always says that, a poor farmer comes to me, some of his disciples, very poor people, they come to me and they give one bottle of desi ghee, because they have cow in their house, 2-3 cows they have, they take milk and then they make ghee from that and they give to Acharya as a seva. That is uttam seva. This is returning back the favor to Acharya as much as you are capable. But that ghee or 1 crore or 10 crore or 1 lakh or 1,000 cannot fully return back the favor. But still you have the mentality and capability in your mind that my Acharya is there. As much as possible I am able to do service to my Acharya. If you have this mentality, that is enough for a Paramatma and Acharya. And similarly, you don't need to buy a big house and big car and give all your facility to parents. Yeah, as much as possible give it. If it's not possible, it's okay. If you are eating one roti, you don't have money, you are a poor person, you are earning 5,000 rupees a month. If you are feeding your family, your wife and kids, you are giving them each one roti. Similarly, give maybe 1.5 rotis to your parents. Give little bit more than what you give it to your best loved person. Maybe for most of us, a person who is married, he has more affection towards his son and daughter than his parents. But Paramatma says, when you are a child, your parents served you so much, you must return back the service to your parents. So if you are giving 1 roti to your daughter or son, give 1.25 to your parents. This is the rin chukana. Otherwise what happens? Yen bhalina, balwan. This rin is so balwan, it is so heavy in our head. It will not allow us to escape into moksha. We can never attain peace in our life. This is the bhavarth of this mantra. Please understand. And further, there is a prayer here to Acharya. हे आचार्य अग्ने, हे विद्वान, हे आचार्य, हे ऋषि मुनि, अनृणः, मुझे ऋण रहित कर लेना प्लीज. Please remove me from this debt. And only you know. Here the mantra says Tvam Pashan Vichritam Vetha. Only you know how to escape from this bandhan. Because you have escaped from this bandhan. You have closed off your avidya, you have returned back all your debts, and you have done tapasya, and Paramatma has come inside you. Remember, Paramatma will never manifest inside anybody of us without we paying our debts, without we returning back the rin to our acharya, rin to our parents. If a person has not served their parents, if the person has not served their acharyas, without that Paramatma will never get manifest. So this we must understand. After Vairagya it's a different case. If somebody has got Vairagya at a smaller age, that's a different, like I am speaking about the normal curve. Person like us, please do not compare our life with greatest tapasvis. No, don't compare like that. I'm just speaking from a normal person point of view. If we don't, my acharya always says, don't come to me unless your parents are happy in your house. Your parents are unhappy, you go and hit your old mother and old father, and you come to me and do drama of service. Don't come to me, get out. My acharya always used to say, when he was young, when he was 60 years like that, used to say with authority, I know your parent is unhappy. You have come here, you have come to my ashram to do seva to me, to listen Vedas from me, but your parent is unhappy. She is crying, you are not serving your parents, you have left your parents and gone with your wife. So you are not serving your parents, why the hell you are coming to me? Get out. There is no Ashirvad Paramatma and Acharya will give you because your parents are unhappy. So I am speaking about a normal life. I am not speaking about those Vairagyavans who have run away from their home at a smaller age. That's a different situation. That's after Vairagya happens, nothing else matters. After Paravairagya, somebody has attained up to Paravairagya, Paravivek Gyan, and they left their parents at a younger age in search of Paramatma. I am not speaking about them, but for us, people like us who are in this bandhan, who are in Grihastha Ashrama, who are in Brahmacharya Ashrama, who are in school, who are in college, who are in university, we are in search of materialistic things. We are in search of boyfriend, girlfriend, mobile phone, car, bike, whatnot. We are normal people. Never compare ourselves with Maharishis and great Atmas. I'm just speaking up from a normal point of view. If you do not serve your parents and acharyas, if we do not satisfy them, then हम बंधन से बाहर नहीं निकल सकते. We cannot come out of avidya रूपी बंधन. We cannot come out of the rin, the most balwan, the most heaviest weight in our heads. So what we must do? Paramatma says that the manushya ज्ञान पूर्वक पुरुषार्थ करे. ज्ञान पूर्वक पुरुषार्थ करना चाहिए. क्या पुरुषार्थ? ज्ञान पूर्वक. We must attain the knowledge based on the Vedas, and we must serve our parents based on the knowledge of the Vedas. Don't serve, like I have seen in movies also. I have also heard with the rich people that buying, they buy cigarette and liquor to their father. ये सेवा नहीं है. This is not seva. This is not service. ज्ञान पूर्वक service होना चाहिए. We must serve our parents based on the knowledge of the Vedas. Like example, if your parents, you are in the Vedic marg, your parents are not in the Vedic marg, you might also help them to come towards Vedic marg, but with politeness. I will tell my own example. I am not saying this because I want to show that I am great person, etc. No. The reason why I started this channel is my parents. I started this YouTube channel in Tamil first of all. I took permission from my Acharya. I want to do videos in Tamil, Acharya, because there is no Vedic knowledge in Tamil Nadu. Zero knowledge. Nobody knows what is Vedas. In North India, so many Acharyas are there. You are there. You speak Hindi. And in Western people, Gujarat people also, they speak Hindi. East people, they speak Hindi. In Southern people, they also speak Hindi except Tamil Nadu. And in Tamil Nadu, there is no Acharya also. Nobody knows what is there in Vedas. So can I please start a channel to spread the message of Vedas in Tamil? My Acharya said, yes, do it. After I started my channel and started videos in Tamil, my Slowly my parents came towards Vedic path. They left the idol worship. They left the Shraddha, the Tarpana, this, that, all those things slowly, because they understood the truth based on the Vedas. So you can do service to your parents even by bringing them to the true path, but with politeness. When I came to the Vedic path, my parents were completely against the Vedic path. They are completely against, like somebody says, doing temple worship is a sin against Vedas. They are unable to accept it. But I never had a fight or tussle with my parents. I always said, okay, you follow your path, let me follow my path, it's okay. But now slowly, after understanding the truth of Vedas, now they have left idol worship. Now they have left all this Shraddha, Tarpana. So you can also do service to your parents like this, bringing them to the Vedic path with Gyan Purvak. And then Gyan Purvak Acharya ko seva karo. Never show off to Acharya. My Acharya used to say, like in 1980s, after Samadhi, a person, one of his disciple, my Acharya's disciple, gave him 1 lakh rupees seva. 1 lakh at 1980s. Can you imagine how much money is value? 1 lakh at that time. So my Acharya was young. My Acharya was in 40s. My Acharya told, Beta, ye wapas le lo. Just give me 21 rupees. Take this money back. Because I see this 1 lakh, your bhavana is not there. Please give me only 21 rupees and take the money, balance money. I understand you want to give money, but this money is, I'm not interested in this money. Take this money back. Give me only 21 rupees. My Acharya told at that point of time. So money cannot buy seva. Money is not the real seva. The real seva is your bhavana of what is the intent of you giving money to Acharya. Are you giving money to Acharya so that Acharya will give you some favor, some extra ashirvad? No, you cannot do that. Remember Kathopanishad. See my Kathopanishad videos. What Nachiketa replied to Yamacharya. Every Acharya is like Yamacharya. We cannot buy Acharya with money. Yes, many times what happens, Acharya also need money because he has to sustain his ashram, he has to sustain his health, etc. Acharya needs money, but money cannot buy the Acharya's knowledge. So Gyan Purvak Acharya ki seva karo. Whatever is your capacity, you do that much service to Acharya. Acharya is happy. Acharya will give you all the blessings. He will give you all the knowledge anyways. Even if you don't give him money also, he will give you knowledge. My Acharya's ashram, I have been visiting for last 20 years. Every time you go, everything is free. No, chit, no bill they take. Acharya never says that, okay, you are coming and staying here. 10 days you have stayed, give me 2000 rupees and go. Never, nothing. Everybody can come, anybody can come. The only intention is you must have seva bhavana and you must have your quest and thirst for Vedas. That's it. There is nothing else is needed. So, Jnana Purvak, we must do service to Acharya, and this service to Acharya, service to parents is the real way to come out of this biggest debt in your head. Otherwise we can never escape the debt. And then the mantra says, Tvam sarvan pashan vichritam. Hey Acharya, Tvam, aap sarvan pashan, sab bandhanon se, sab bandhanon ko vichritam, kolna jante ho. You know how to remove the knot. The bandhan means a knot, a very tight knot is there. Only you know how to remove it. So I am serving you. I am just submitting my will to you. I am in your sharan. See, remember, don't do this kind of activities with false gurus. We must always do this kind of surrenderance to that guru who is a yogi, who is a real acharya, who is a real tapasvi, who is a Ved Vidwan, who is a Ashtanga yogi, who has attained Samadhi, who has realized Paramatma in Samadhi. Otherwise, nobody will be able to open the knots of Avidya. Only Acharya will know that. So, submitting your complete will to that Acharya and serving that Acharya is one of the way to return back the debt in my head. Yesterday, incidentally, yesterday I was thinking on this kind of subject. My Acharya has given me Diksha. What is that I can return back to my Acharya? Of course, I am living far away. I send money order or whatever it is, as much as possible. Okay, 500 rupees, 1000 rupees, something I send him. And whenever I visit my acharya, I do seva to my acharya, I do matha tekna, all these things I do. But what is the value of diksha? Have I returned back the diksha value? Then I remembered my acharya's words. My acharya only said, an acharya's expectation from you is only one thing. पहला धारण करो, उसके बाद प्रचार करो. उस विद्या को, remember that vidya, what acharya has given you, पहला धारण करो. First adopt in your life. Yam, niyam, asan, pranayam, first adopt in your life. After adopting in your life, do the prachar of that knowledge. This is the real service to acharya. This is the real service to Paramatma. And Paramatma service is very simple. Paramatma says, if your mother, father, elders, atiti, acharya is happy, I am happy. And then you anyway, if your acharya has to be happy, then you must do everyday Agnihotra, you must do everyday name jap, you must do everyday Indri Sanyam and Ashtanga Yoga Abhyas. This is my worship. So this rin which is in our head, just by wearing the sacred thread, is I am wearing sacred thread here. Every day I see my thread and then I do Sandhya Upasana. Is it enough? Not enough. The reason why I am wearing sacred thread is a sankalp, that I will return back the debt to my parents. I will return back the debt on my head to my acharya. Am I doing it or not is the real counting. And when we start doing this, Paramatma will start acting to remove our avidya slowly. Such a secretive Veda mantra, such a very, very secretive Veda mantra. Of course, we cannot get so much of knowledge just by mere reading the Veda mantras. We can understand, we have to follow this, remember this and follow in our life. Thank you so much. Namaste. Om.